very speedy আসতেছে।
Hello guys, I'm Ibnul Irfan. I'm one of the co-founders and chief operating officer at Tygermedia.
And I'm Shadman Shahar Haq. I'm the CEO of Tygermedia and one of its co-founders as well.
So we started Cablegram during COVID back in August 2020. So তখন the idea was, especially in our Bangladeshi market, in the media landscape, there was no bite-sized platform who packages content in a curated format or a bite-sized format. So we took inspiration from IGN, বাইরের যে IGN প্ল্যাটফর্মটা আছে ওইখান থেকে, and we used to give content like album reviews, এরপর মুভি রিভিউজ. সো ইট ওয়াজ ডুইং কোয়াইট ওয়েল, ইট ওয়াজ গেনিং আ লট অফ ট্র্যাকশন, মোস্টলি বিকজ তখন সোশ্যাল মিডিয়াতে পিপল ওয়ার মোর অ্যাক্টিভ বিকজ কোভিডের টাইমে কিছু করার ছিল না. অ্যান্ড দ্য ওয়ে উই প্যাকেজ আওয়ার কন্টেন্ট সিমড ভেরি ভিজুয়ালি অ্যাট্রাক্টিভ টু আওয়ার অডিয়েন্স, সো দে ইউজ টু অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েট দ্যাট. অ্যান্ড লেটার অন উই ফাউন্ড আউট দ্যাট দ্যার ওয়াজ অলসো আ গ্যাপ ফর ডেইলি কন্টেন্ট, যে ডেইলি আপডেটসগুলো পিপল উড অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওয়ান্ট টু সি ইট ইন দিস কাইন্ড অফ ফরম্যাট, ইন দিস কাইন্ড অফ বাইট সাইজ শর্ট ফরম্যাট. And later on we decided let's also push out daily updates too, and that's how we started. And it was a team of 4 people only. We used to do all the stuff. We used to work like 12 hours a day, sometimes 16 hours a day. We used to design our own content. We didn't have a pretty big team, and we used to work for free. And our only aim was to give people more access to information and regular updates. And it was quite interactive. মানে অন্য মিডিয়া প্ল্যাটফর্মসরা যখন আর্টিকেলস দিত, উই ইউজ টু সি যে মানুষ নিউজের সাথে ওরকম এনগেজ করতো না বা ডেইলি আপডেটসগুলোর সাথে ওরকম এনগেজ করতো না. বাট আমরা যখনই একটা এরকম পোস্ট দিচ্ছি বা একটা অ্যালবাম রিভিউ, মিউজিক রিভিউ দিচ্ছি, পিপল ইউজ টু ইন্টারাক্ট উইথ দিস. দে ইউজ টু also share their opinions on that, and it really felt good. So we thought okay, now it's the time to turn it into a real business and to take it more seriously, and then we gave our full time in it. That's how Cablegram started.
Nutshell today, so by the way, we are taking these questions separately because he was one of the co-founders of Cablegram. I was a co-founder of Nutshell today. So we have different stories. Nutshell today started through a business competition. Initially it was supposed to be an answer to a round where we were supposed to come up with a model that's very efficient and could be scaled globally. So we thought, what if we could turn news into bite-sized content, not only content for social media but also for our website and other stuff. But eventually we realized that good, well-packaged bite-sized news content has a great demand in Bangladesh, and we can actually educate the younger mass on news and make them interested on news again. So that's when Nutshell today bailed on the entire business competition. So we decided to skip on that and do whatever Cablegram was doing as well. So we wanted to do on social media. We gave news on social media, and given the response we got from people, it was so good that we decided, you know what, we don't need to do any business combination, nothing else, let's do this full time. And that's how we also kept doing Nutshell today, and then eventually both of us merged to form Tygermedia. How Tygermedia happened was an interesting story, and an individual has a very big role to play, a very big role that he played in this. And I don't know whether he's gonna mind or not, but I'm gonna mention his name either way. So Rahat Bhai from Anchorless Bangladesh, he texted me and the founder of Cablegram to meet up at his place, and then he was telling us that we are trying to make business out of media, and what we had then was just 2 pages. One was Nutshell Today and one was Cablegram. So he gave us the thought that you can build a parent company, put things underneath that, and as a result you can probably expand more in media and make it more sustainable. So after that conversation at his place, we came down, and the Cablegram team and the Nutshell Today team also spoke, and we immediately decided that makes complete sense, let's have a parent company, let's call it Tygermedia. The reason for that is also we wanted to keep a connection with Bangladesh even if we scale globally, so hence Tygermedia, and then we put everything under that to make it a viable business. So that's how it came into place. Tygermedia does media but does it differently.
It was actually right after we started. That realization came within 1 month. মানে এক মাস পরেই we saw that there is a huge demand for this kind of content, and বাংলাদেশের কেউই এই স্টাইলে কন্টেন্ট সার্ভ করতে ছিল না. So from that point in time we had no doubt. মানে we were so sure that this will work out in this industry.
Personally, I think they're gonna die off eventually, because people are more focused on getting things online and where the content is more accessible. So even if TV, radio, or other things exist, they would probably transform and not remain what they look like today. So we are seeing the patterns of that. For example, if we see podcasts and how they are taking off in, let's say, US, we can see that it has replaced kind of TV media in terms of, let's say, especially interviewing people and a lot of other spaces too. So I think these mediums of media will significantly transform and have to adapt to the online medium. So that's mostly it, and what that would look like to be might be oblivion and like irrelevancy for a lot of these mediums, and some of these mediums can probably transform and adjust with the growing landscape.
Recently
We faced a lot of challenges. First of all, like July was an obvious one. So like, as nutshell today, Cablegram, as it became bigger and bigger, from the media side we got a lot of pressures from a lot of spheres, and navigating that was a big challenge in order to ensure like our audience has our trust and we can also give our best and accurate information. At the same time, I would say Meta has been a big pain in the ass. Meta, Facebooker যে সব rules and regulations, অনেক সময় দেখা যায় যে that no matter what we do, like they get easily violated, or their security concerns of Meta is also very bad, because we have had our page taken down quite a few times, and
we are a victim of these attacks very frequently.
And these attacks come for no reason. These are impersonation attacks, pages posing to be Cablegram or not till today. So we'd say this uncertainty that page gab hoye jete pare, and at the same time navigating all the pressures from all spheres, these two I would say is two of our biggest challenges. I think we had many. We had many that created controversies. One thing we have to say that আমরা অনেক সময় বেঁচে যাই because we curate news. So দেখা যায় নিউজটার একটা original source থাকে. So even if our news creates a controversy, a lot of times it's like we are the distributor of the controversy, and the controversy happens between other parties. But that being said, we did fall into different controversies with how we have written headlines in the past. For example, there was a recent fumble we did where we mentioned event as a clash, even though that was an attack. So there are things like this where we make mistakes, where we and our audience batters us for that mistake as well, and we love that. And I think each and every controversy has just helped us to avoid more.
So first of all, the hardest thing is consistency, because I have seen in the past a lot of these bite-sized articles popped up, but they couldn't be consistent with their content, because at the very beginning you don't get that much of attraction, and that demotivates the team a lot. But you have to stick to what you are doing and be consistent with it, and there should be something original to it. Let's say if I talk about it from the visual perspective, there should be some degree of originality to it, and a specific USP that you are executing it consistently, and if you stick to it for a year or two, that will definitely grow, especially because this whole bite-size industry is growing in Bangladesh.
So yeah, to add to Ibnul, this is a growing industry, and I believe people should be participating in it, and I think many people যারা আসলে নিউজের ব্যাপারে অনেক প্যাশনেট, these people can really take advantage of the wave that is going on right now. At the same time, I believe one tip I would like to add is not to be emotional when making something like this or creating a vertical or a page of your own. We have seen a lot of these pages being, some of these new pages being, let's say, emotionally driven, or let's say being very No, I wouldn't say bias. These people have the right intentions, but are emotional. This is something that we also struggled with shurute, but since we were a small page, we got away with it and we gradually matured and understood how to do it. So probably not being emotional and still having the guts to do it, I think would be really helpful for the industry as well as for anyone willing to do it. I would say, like, this is an industry where people get like bite size আমরা যে কাজগুলো করে থাকি সেটা থ্রুতে মানুষ অনেক ইনফরমেশন পায়, বাট আই ডোন্ট থিঙ্ক মানুষ এই ইন্ডাস্ট্রিকে নিয়ে অনেক অপিনিয়ন পোস্ট করে অনলাইনে। অ্যান্ড আই থিঙ্ক ওই অপিনিয়নগুলো পোস্ট করলে আমরাও নিজেদেরকে সেলফ কারেক্ট করে আরও তাড়াতাড়ি আগাইতে পারি। সো আর আস্ক পিপল টু অ্যাকচুয়ালি স্ক্রুটিনাইজ আস, ক্রিটিসাইজ আস। আমি ইনফ্যাক্ট এই ভিডিওতেও যা বললাম এগুলো ভেঙে ভেঙে দ্য থিংস দ্যাট উই কুড ডু বেটার, আই থিঙ্ক দ্যাট ইজ হোয়াট উইড ওয়ান্ট আওয়ার অডিয়েন্স and people who are listening to this content to do more. Bye bye guys.
Bye guys.